Have you? I mean, there's no way you could not be following, but all that business with the next iPhone not having a headphone jack, like, it legitimately
Yeah.
seems insane, right?
I just don't
Like,
understand the point. I mean, have you seen the fucking Apple mouse in the first place?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's a mouse that's wireless,
Uh
right?
huh.
It lasts you for, I don't know. Let me find out exactly because I know it lasts for, obviously it can't go on forever, right?
Yeah.
But in order to, the charger plugs into the bottom part of the mouse, so you can't use it as it's charging.
Like the underside.
Yeah, the underside. You're supposed to flip it over and then charge it.
I thought Apple was like supposed to be the design geniuses
Yeah,
of
I
the
really don't.
planet.
I don't understand. Like, I mean, I get that they don't want cables, but wire cables bad. Wireless is always worse than wired.
Yeah.
I just don't understand. I mean, they're getting rid of something that's so basic, to anything.
Yeah, and
It's like,
it's not even like a crazy legacy thing that they're really improving on. They just dropped it.
yeah, it's like, oh,
Like,
we don't want this shit anymore. It's next technology is wireless heads or wireless earbuds that you lose like every fucking day, basically.
yeah.
If they're not wired, like it's the size of a fucking coin. You can drop it anywhere. It's just not smart, man.
And of course, like headphones of anything, there's like a huge market for headphones.
Yeah.
Everyone makes different headphones, and all sorts of stuff. Everyone has all these preferences for headphones and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, people want to plug those into their phone.
It just the phone has in my from my perspective, I guess smartphones. It's just my computer in my like in the size of a phone, right?
Yeah.
So people like you carry your Spotify. I carry my entire like Google library on my phone because I don't want to use data when I'm outside. So I have like the music downloaded on my device.
Uh huh.
So I'm it's if I suddenly couldn't use headphones on it, it would be garbage. Like I wouldn't want to use that. I just don't see the point. Why would they? They said it's like courageous decision, but I don't think that makes any sense to me. But
Yeah, I
I
don't know if
mean,
that's courageous, really.
I
Courageous
just
is like
don't.
storming into a house on fire to save a baby or something.
Yeah,
Not like
exactly.
removing a headphone jack.
Yeah, we think this is the best to do. It took a lot of courage to get could do this decision of removing this plug,
Yeah.
but I think we're happy with the result. It's like that doesn't make any sense, man. And it's not like you can. What I've grown to understand now from any company basically is that some I don't understand how, right? It
Uh,
shouldn't make any sense, but it's not like the CEO is like, you know what? I don't like I don't like the plug or the wire getting entangled in my fucking backpack every day. So I'm gonna make a phone that doesn't have it because for me it's the best, right?
mm-hmm.
But when it's a company of the size of Apple, you go like, okay, let's get rid of the wire. And there was no one that thought to say like, hey, maybe we shouldn't. Like maybe we could just keep it the way it is right now.
Yeah.
Like the whole meeting was like, we're gonna get rid of this cord that's been like the next or like it's been on every phone since forever since listening to music on the phone became a thing
Yeah.
and let's just get rid of it. Let's just get wireless head earbuds. And everybody said yes. There was nobody that said, hey, maybe this is a terrible idea. I just don't understand
Or
how
like,
these decisions like pass the board or whatever.
it's weird the order too. Like, they could have kept the headphone jack, introduced their wireless earbuds, right? And
Yeah.
if that wireless earbud thing takes off, then you remove the headphone jack.
Yeah, if everybody
But
suddenly realizes how much better they are, then maybe you have a, you know.
yeah, then you can remove the headphone jack. But not the other way around. You don't remove the headphone jack before anybody even has the wireless earbuds.
Yeah. And you force them to get it, because otherwise they can't use it, right?
Yeah, otherwise they have to get some stupid adapter that's gonna hang off the phone and make everything like ugly.
Yeah. And you know people are not gonna be using that shit.
Yeah.
Because like every year the phones get smaller and thinner, even though they are already small and thin. Like
Yeah, they're
so
really
people are
pretty
not gonna
tiny.
they're not gonna keep adding more stuff to their phone. Like they're going backwards, right? They make the phone smaller, but you have to carry this adapter on the bottom that makes it bigger. It's not gonna fly
Yeah.
like that.
I
I
really
mean,
hope like things don't get stupid, and if people start making headphones that have a lightning connector or whatever the hell it's called instead of
mhm.
a regular audio connection, that's going to be horrible. Like because that will be people just like buying into this madness.
Yeah, but I think they have to. I don't, you know, at this point we can't really understand their logic behind it
Yeah.
because every single thing I've seen about it, it's bad.
Mm.
Nobody is saying this is the future, right? Everybody's saying this is stupid. You shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking is like they must have thought that like by giving you the new phone that people will buy regardless. If the phone was terrible, people would buy it anyway because it's the iPhone 7, right?
This is true.
But they will by making it so that you have to buy the wireless earbuds,
Mm.
they may have just like forced their way into what they want. So they want the wireless earbuds to be a thing for everyone that uses Apple devices. So they are just like, here you go. You have no chance. This is what you have to do. And if you want the iPhone 7 and anything else after that, you will have to get these earbuds. So that not the general consumer people, but the people that already buy Apple products no matter what, so that they are like stuck with Apple forever or something like that, you know?
Yeah. It's interesting because like it seems to have kind of worked like when Apple laptops stopped having the floppy drive, you know,
Mm.
and then they stopped CD drives and stuff like that seemed to sort of work. But when Microsoft tried to force the Kinect into
Uh-huh.
existence, like you couldn't buy an Xbox without the Kinect 2.
Oh yeah,
But it didn't really work. Like people still didn't want it. There was no games. And in the end they went back on it and now you can buy an Xbox without a Kinect.
right.
So it definitely backfires sometimes when companies try to like force one way.
Yeah, it's like it's the usually what you'll see is people do like deals. So it's like, okay, you can get the computer for $100, and but you can get the computer with this printer for 120, right? The
Yeah.
printer alone is worth like $100, but nobody buys just the printer. So they want you to have the printer so you can buy like the ink or whatever or any extra stuff that you need to buy. So they'll give you a better deal so you can just take it, right? Take it. Just take it at a loss for them so that you can be a customer on that line of service. Like you'll have to buy ink and all that stuff. But in
Yeah.
this case, it really doesn't make any sense for like they're not giving you any deals. Like it's
Hmm.
just here's the phone and the earbuds are an additional $160 or something like that.
That's pretty expensive, right? Like
For earbuds? Yeah.
I mean, you can buy how much are like freaking expensive Beats headphones? Like
Those are
the
like $300, aren't they?
that's
Oh,
a,
the earbuds? I don't know
well,
about the
I mean, there's a
earbuds.
bunch of different levels, but like you're getting into like premium name brand cost area,
Yeah.
but all they are is some earbuds.
Yeah. Oh no, you can get Power Beats wireless in-ear headphones for like $77 or
And
$78.
that's Beats where you're paying like 50% for the name,
Yeah.
you know? Like I'm sure there's even cheaper options out there.
Yeah, and they're also wireless, but I
Mm.
just don't. It's just a bad decision, in my opinion. but you'll have to see where Apple goes with it because it's already gonna be, they're not gonna change. They're not gonna go back on the phone when it's already,
Yeah.
launched or announced or whatever, and it's like launching this year or next year or something like that.
Yeah, I mean,
I
they
don't
can't
know.
really. I'm sure it's too late to change the design.
Yeah, we'll see what they have to do with the. I don't know if they're gonna make a version with the jack, which would be defeat the purpose of having the one that doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's gonna be the solution, or just take the loss, and be like, hey, we messed up here, or maybe the phone will be good enough, like okay, man, we're giving you this amazing phone. You just have to deal with the fact that the shitty part is that it doesn't have the jack. So you'll be like, okay, putting it in a scale, I'll take the amazing phone for this downside of not having the jack. But otherwise, well, considering the Samsung, the Galaxy 7 or whatever was blowing up, I think they have
Yeah.
they don't have pretty much
Like,
they have
what
to
the
find
hell?
the next competitor. I
These
think.
are our options, like right now. It's like the
Yeah.
presidential race, right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't want either of these. Like, on one hand, you can have no headphones on your phone, or on the other hand, a phone that maybe, like, 1 in a million will explode and set your house on fire. Never mind your
Yeah,
pocket
I
if
mean,
that's in your pants or something. Like,
yeah, and I've seen a picture of a car, like the phone blew up and the
yeah,
car caught on fire. Man, that would
uh,
be some. It's
yeah,
like
that's
I
not
guess
good.
right now they're not having that. They got lucky with that issue because if the Samsung Galaxy S7 or whatever that's called was like the next best thing, and Apple keeps coming up with like terrible stuff, then they would have taken a lot more customers in.
Yeah,
But with the total recall that they did of all the all the phones, so they don't blow up.
hmm
We'll have to see what the next phone is gonna be because they gotta compete with with the iPhone, and
yeah.
they just have to make sure they put the headphone jack in, which shouldn't be too complicated, and also make it not explode.
Yeah, like I wonder if there's gonna be a lot of cheap Note 7s around because people will just remember them as being the phone that explodes, and like even they'll fix that problem and they'll still be selling them.
Yeah.
I wonder if the price will go down really a lot and you
Oh,
can
I
get
hope
a
so.
really cheap phone.
That would be good.
That would be sweet. I'd probably consider it. Like, I have the Note 4 still, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
wrong with
same.
it. I still use it fine. But if I could get a Note 7 for like half off, that would be
Yeah,
really tempting.
just because it exploded at one point.
Just because some people think it might explode.
Yeah.